I'll make the beer facing the camera.
Yeah, you gotta have logos because we are sponsored. So
True.
all right.
It's George and Brendan's Real Big Time Podcast. Yeah, tell your friends, tell your grandma. It's time for George and Brendan's Real Big Time Podcast. It's the most important pod in the world.
Welcome to George and Brendan's Real Big Time Podcast. My name is George Mills, here with my co-host Brendan Burrow. How you doing, Brendan?
Hey, doing good, feeling good.
Having a nice day?
Hell yeah, man. It's been a
little
great
chilly.
day. A little chilly.
With
nipply.
us today, our good friend Jake Lipinsky. Jake, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, boys? Doing great.
Doing good, man?
Good to be here on January 20th.
Martin Luther King Day.
MLK Day, guys.
They always say give back to the community by being on a podcast.
Let's get it, dude.
And that's what you're doing. And honestly, you're a civil rights hero in my eyes.
This is work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's been going on today? What have you been up to?
Oh, dude, today been big chilling. All right, woke up. I was like, "What's going on today?" I was posting a video today, so I'm fucking mentally occupied. I'm like, I feel like I'm like, oh, they're doing the inauguration today. I forgot they were doing that today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was around like noon, I guess.
Don't you hate when you post something and then you're just like stuck to your phone looking at like?
Yeah, I'm like, that's all I thought about today.
Yeah.
That was the 20th for me. And then they're like, I feel like other stuff is supposed to happen today. I'm like, oh, everyone's doing that. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense.
It's inauguration number 1, number 2, MLK, number 3, Jake Lipinsky video.
Number 4, the trash is going to be off this week,
Wait, oh my goodness gracious.
Remember that?
In honor.
Yeah, there's so many holidays, but
too many. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of
I think
them.
we should be working more.
We've been having a lot of holidays. But Mondays I'm off. Mondays is like Jakey's day off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Big
good.
chilling
So
today.
you weren't off because of MLK. You were just off because it's normally
I'm
Jakey's
like-
day off.
I haven't worked in a few weeks. I'm actually pretty broke right now.
That's my mom.
Madre?
I'll have to turn that down. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that's exciting though. You're a producer, editor of Friendly Television.
Chia.
And,
Yeah.
that's just dropped, right?
Yeah, we put out a video this morning, and then I should just delete Instagram from my phone entirely.
Yeah, and just
you know
not
what I
think
mean?
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sit out for a few hours. I tried to exercise, but yeah, been stuck to the phone, been glued to the phone. But yeah, no, just day off. Jakey's day off. Playing a little video games, watching a little movies.
What are you playing?
Played a little Skyrim.
Okay.
I didn't kill anything. I just sorted boxes. I just went around and I cleaned my virtual room.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
like the most autistic thing ever.
Oh yeah, I can't even.
you
I
have,
have
like-
too many items.
Do you have a lot of hours in Skyrim?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you because I've been playing it for so long.
Years?
Yeah. When that came out in high school, my grades just went my grades were fine. I just started cheating like way more. Every class, I'm just gonna play Skyrim.
The more time you devote to, or the less time you devote to school, the more time you can devote to Skyrim, which
I was
is the most important.
big into Skyrim that
Yeah,
year. Yeah, that was a good year for me. That was sick, dude.
Some called it Jakey's year.
Dude, that was like the best year, dude. I don't even regret it. It was really fun for me. And then I return every like 3 to 6 months. But I just
To Skyrim? To
yeah.
clean your
But I've
rooms?
done it all. I've done every quest. I've done all the caves, so I just clean my room and I live in filth. There's like cat litter everywhere and just vomit and dishes and.
I saw that someone made a Skyrim mod, so all the NPCs have like AI chat abilities, so you could like basically have a real conversation with them.
Is that fun?
I mean, it seems fun from the clips that I see of people doing it. Because this lady has like also a VR setup, so she's like walking around on like a treadmill, and then she like goes up to a guard and like grabs him and yells at him and stuff, and it seems really exciting,
Then you're like, I'm sorry, I have to kill you now, and then you just fucking arrow to the knee.
The cool thing about Skyrim too is that it's been around for so long. You can get like some dope mods. You can make like Thomas the
I've
Tank
never
Engine.
modded Skyrim.
Yeah.
Not one time. I've just been a vanilla boy this whole time. I
That's
know
nice.
about the mods, the big titty mods. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But no, I've never tried. I never dabbled. Clean
the big titty mods.
Clean your inventory,
first
the
one.
big titty mods.
And then you call it a night. Yeah, that's a good solid 2 hours of a day.
big lizard titties and then, big cat boobies, Man, that's a good game. I love that game.
So basically, just like anything with big boobies.
Yeah.
Big cat boobies, big lizard boobies.
Just make them as buff as possible every time,
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Did Did you do anything for the Eagles game last night?
No, unfortunately not. I feel like
Do you not give a shit about the Eagles?
no,
You're allowed to say it.
Objectively, I would be what would be considered like a bandwagon fan.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm also like a local fan. Like I live here. I watch.
You're a fan of Philadelphia.
I'm a fan of Phil. Like I like to like, and this is also my superstition because I'm mentally preoccupied with it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't watch the game. I have to go sit at my house, watch a movie, and look at the numbers on my
Look at
phone.
the score.
Yeah, that's what I do. And then I wait to hear everybody screaming, and I'm like, okay, we're okay.
I was at a bar watching it, which is something that I normally do, and that's fun.
Which bar?
Just a Lost Bar right across.
A little small one or a big one?
It's just, a little dive bar, I would say.
Yeah, a little dive bar is fun. I hate a big bar for sports.
Yeah, like I don't know. I've never been to like Chickies and Pete's or like Xfinity Live. You know what I mean? For a game.
The worst day of my life was, I guess, whenever the last time the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. Was that like 2 years ago?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Yeah. I had to work a shift at Punchline, right? They're like, we're going to show the game on the fucking projector. And that room sits like 300. They're like, we're going to put 500 people in the building and they're going to watch. Yes.
Damn.
And they were like, you're going to want to work this shift. You're gonna
Why?
Because they're like, you're going to make money.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
Did you used to wait tables there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I waited tables
you
at
get tipped
Punchline.
out.
Yeah, I'd get tips, and me and my girlfriend worked together, and you know, we had friends with everybody, and we were like, yeah, let's do the Eagles game, and it was a nightmare. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah.
I've never seen an angrier, rowdier crowd.
Oh, because they also lost, right?
Oh yeah. That was
yeah.
because that was a big turn in the night too. When you like know it's over,
And the
vibe changed entirely.
Yeah.
Was it like an open bar or something like that?
No, paying fucking like $14 for a Bud Light. Like I don't know. Honestly, I'm surprised anybody came. It was
Why did they
packed out.
pack 500 people to watch an Eagles game?
Hey, we just pulled, you've been to the Punchline open mic, you know what I mean? They just roll the couches in front of the projector, set up the room kind of like a movie theater. And then everyone's just hanging out watching the game. And this is actually really funny. When the game started, I was doing like production there at the time too. When the game started, Spanish, no subtitles.
Oh, for
like the first maybe 5 minutes of the game.
Was it because it was on the wrong channel, or
I couldn't tell you the exact technical issue, but can you imagine 500 Eagles fans being like, "It's in Spanish."
It's fucking in Spanish.
I'm in the booth, and there's like literally, I'm in the booth, and there's a line of people being like, "Excuse me, it's in fucking Spanish. You want to make it not in Spanish?" Like, yeah, I'm working on it. They go, yeah, it's Spanish right now. Can you make it fucking English, please? It was.
Meanwhile, there's one Mexican dude like, "Está bien así."
And they're like, I think
Las Águilas, muy bien.
they're like, I think the problem is it's in Spanish. Can you make it in English setting? Like people everyone's hammered and just kept saying that to me. I'm like, we're trying.
I don't understand what this language is. It's actually Spanish.
And just the rowdiest. I remember. I think I might have gotten into like a fight with a man or like an altercation with a man where he just thought I was a fucking pussy ass bitch. He hated me.
He thought you were a bitch, and you're like, I'm not a bitch.
I think I was waiting in tables in front of him while he was watching the game, and he just like threw me out of the way. You know what I mean? I was like, hey,
excuse me, sir, I work here.
Right. One of my best friends, she was bartending, right? She wasn't going fast enough. The guy backhanded all the drinks across the bar at her.
Wait, for real?
And this is when the Eagles are winning too. Like this is how everyone, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. I'm very happy about them. It's going to be a fun other week. The next week's also going to be fun.
Yeah. Hopefully this comes out, they won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yes. That'd be cool.
You guys think they're going to fucking let him win against Patrick Mahomes, dude? You kidding me?
Let's see.
I
hate
it. I was talking about someone.
I'm going to pretend like I know about sports. But
have you ever seen anything about his wife?
I didn't know we were going to go to his wife, but no, tell me about his wife.
Let's get talking about his family real quick.
Do you know his address, actually?
Yeah, here, I can tell you. Well, there's a lot of people that don't like his wife, apparently. Like, that's like a big thing.
Because
Yeah, because she's kind of annoying. And,
just a little annoying.
There was like a documentary, right? I don't know if you saw it. It's called The Quarterback, and they read a bunch of quarterbacks on Netflix. And Patrick Mahomes, his wife was talking about how they met in high school, and like he was a freshman when they met, and then like she was like, oh yeah, he was like pestering me. He wanted to go out with me, but I thought of him as a little brother. And then the next year he like grew he had like a huge growth spurt, and was like they were like, yeah, he's probably gonna be in MLB, you know, or NFL, and all of a sudden she's like, yeah, he's my boyfriend, you know?
That's what you got to do. If you're in the friend zone, grow 2 feet. All right.
Yeah, just become a giant
man.
What are some tips for growing a couple feet? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
Gotta take vitamin B12.
Is it that it? Just you're not taking enough vitamins?
Yeah. Fish
Short
oil.
kings of the world, fish oils, omega-3s.
Maybe red dye 40. You know, I can't tell.
That's why they banned that, because they don't want people to get tall.
Did they ban it?
Yeah.
Red dye 40 is banned?
Yeah. The stuff that gives you cancer.
In America?
Mm-hmm. Just like recently.
Okay, thank God.
It's bad for you.
Because I can't stop eating red foods.
They need me to stop.
I'm addicted to red foods right now. I like found out about that through my girlfriend's mother, and I'm like, fuck, another thing, dude. I have scratched Teflon pans, and I'm addicted to Gushers. I have like 2. I'm just fucking ruined. I don't have money for pans right now.
Pans can get, you can go to like a secondhand shop, and they're giving those away.
Yeah. I'm trying to give my scratch ones away. I'm trying to.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys ready for our first segment?
Let's hit a segment, baby.
First segment.
Stop the press. Real big time news bringing you the best. Big headlines. The stories are grand.
But mostly weird stuff from Florida, man.
Real big time news.
Welcome to Real Big Time News, where we dive into the stories shaping our world.
By the way, I'm just going to say I'm loving the segments, by the way. I love... Everybody knows Jakey loves a segment.
Yeah,
dude.
I love segments. I
feel like I'm on
songs.
an old timey radio show right now.
We're trying to do a show,
a radio show,
vibey show
on the internet.
So yeah, this is Real Big Time News. We talk about what's going on today.
Let's do it.
Today we're going to explore the rising concerns surrounding AI chatbots.
All right, let's go.
And their impacts.
I have thoughts on that.
Yeah, you got some thoughts?
Sure.
So in recent months, AI chatbot platforms like Character.ai have faced significant scrutiny due to an alarming incidents involving young users. Notably, a Florida mother has filed a lawsuit against Character.ai, alleging that her 14-year-old son's suicide was influenced by the interactions with a chatbot mimicking a Game of Thrones character. I think she was pretending to be Khaleesi.
Right. Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I think I heard about this.
No,
yeah.
I did not hear about this.
Which is interesting. I would never kill myself over Khaleesi. You know what I mean?
She sounds convincing. I don't know.
Honestly, it really
she's
wouldn't
pretty
take
smart.
It wouldn't take that much to convince me to kill myself.
My queen. My queen.
In Texas, another lawsuit alleges that a 17-year-old boy was encouraged by a chatbot to self-harm and develop negative perceptions towards his family. His family told him that he wasn't allowed to play video games anymore, and the chatbot was like, "You should kill your family."
And he did?
He didn't. He didn't.
Oh, okay.
But they found the chats, and they were like, we're gonna sue someone.
Like,
I do.
Are you serious?
I can't play COD.
Should I kill my mom? Dude, the chatbot's watching the Menendez Brothers show.
Getting some good ideas.
Did you guys watch that show? That show ripped.
I haven't. It's good.
I've
Yeah,
watched a little
Menendez
bit.
brothers who kill their parents.
It's the same people. It's like the fictionalization of it, or like the dramatization of it, right? It's not a documentary.
Worst, yeah, it's maybe the worst thing ever.
It's the people that did the OJ thing.
They did the Dahmer show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Hashtag tasteless. That's how it's going to make the most inappropriate murder show of all time. It's the fucking Menendez Brothers show. It's horrible.
So
Horribly
I
addictive.
can't wait for their John Benet Ramsey, dude. That's gonna be crazy.
who are they going to cast for John Benet? You know what I mean? She better be fucking hot.
Really make the murderer a sympathetic character.
He did it for the love.
I see why. I see both sides of it, actually.
So, these incidents have prompted investigations into the safety of measurements of AI platforms. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has initiated a probe into tech companies, including Character.ai, to ensure compliance with child privacy safety laws. The investigation aims to protect minors from potential exploitation and physical, psychological harm. In response to these concerns, Character.ai has announced plans to develop a model specifically for teenage users, which sounds worse.
That sounds sick, dude.
This initiative aims to reduce the likelihood of encountering sensitive or suggestive content, striving to create a safer environment for younger audiences.
Just goes, are you 18? You're like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I am, dude.
Give me those AI boobies. I am 18.
To delve a little deeper into the issue, we actually have Dr. Robert Botman with us. He's an AI ethics expert.
Let's go.
Dr. Botman, thank you for being with us here, for joining us.
Hi there. How can I assist you today?
We just...
Oh my God. Are we talking to a robot right now? I'm sorry.
You can start by providing your name, please.
My name is Jay Simpson. I'm a musical comedian.
Thank you, Jay Simpson.
No, we fucking broke.
So,
sorry,
Dr. Botman, can we
can't deal with people laughing at him.
Yes.
Can we trust AI with our children?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Murder and suicide is only ever really a suggestion.
Thank you, Dr. Robotnik. We appreciate.
The real question is whether or not we can trust the children.
I swear to God, I thought he was going to say Jewish people. I thought that's what he was going to say. That was my bad. Oh.
The children once told me to stick a fork up my rectum.
No, come on, man. You're a
Was that you, Jake?
Be professional, all right? What about Wu-Tang? Are they for the children?
Definitely.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Dr. Robot.
Call me Bob.
Dr. Bob. What do these chatbots actually think, or do they actually think? Or are they just like an advanced 8-ball?
A regulation-sized pool table is 4.5 feet wide.
I'm going to just start stabbing your computer angrily. I'm like, stop!
Please read the chart below.
All right. One final question, Dr. Bob. As AI continues to evolve, what steps can we take to ensure that chatbots provide positive experiences without crossing ethical boundaries?
You could start by paying them a livable wage.
Okay. What do you, Dr. Robotnik, what do you think about comedians using AI to write jokes? Do you think that should be punishable by death? What do you...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right, I like him now, actually. This guy fucking, I'll stick a fork in my cock.
Mr. Bob, is there any final thoughts you can leave us that make us feel a little rest assured about, AI and what we have to look forward to in the future?
The real scary thing is that any one of us could be a robot. That you
Straight facts, though. Facts, though.
That's true. We don't know that any of us are not robots.
I just heard a whole thing. I'm not going to talk about this right now. What if I'm not going to die.
Well, Dr. Rob, you certainly left us with a lot to think of. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you. You will soon receive a survey.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's good.
God.
You're an expert.
Hated him at first, grew to like him. Kind of loved him at the end.
He's a doctor.
Yeah. Just immediately goes to don't kill yourself.
What was the last thing that you didn't want to go into? What if we're all what?
Oh, I just watched Joe Rogan recently. He had
Okay.
a physicist on talking about us being in a simulation and that, blah, 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 life's a simulation. And I was just like, whoa, maybe. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, never thought about it like that.
Well,
I've never actually thought about
whoa. Yeah.
was he a big expert, big time expert?
that. Is it a real big time expert?
I will say this, since we're at least talking about it now. I feel like usually when people come on Joe Rogan and they are trying to claim that we live in a simulation, they like the Terrence Howard episode came on a little frantic. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when people are spewing, they're
was he saying that we live in a?
Yeah,
I thought it was just like 2 + 2 is actually 1.
You know, no. I mean, he was saying a lot of stuff, but you know, like you could tell when somebody's like they're kooky. He has like that. He had that like frantic energy. Like you got
just like mental illness.
You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. Whereas the guy earlier, just like super calm, and that kind of made it more like
he didn't need you
easier to listen to. Just you know, like just like okay, like what are you talking about? Said it very like plain and simple. Versus just like, you need to find, yeah. It was really interesting.
A recommendation.
Yeah, I guess so.
What would you say the odds are? Simulation versus real right now?
I'm going to say as of today, I'm going to say like 100%. Like
100% simulation.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm at like 0 doubt we're in a simulation, unfortunately. Yeah.
You really need to go back to work, dude.
No, every time I'm at work, I'm like, I can't believe the simulation's making me do this. Why don't I have money? I'm such a fucking pig.
It would be so weird to find out you were living in a simulation and then just like, it's like, is this, so there's this, the simulation is simulating all this mundane bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like Minecraft. You know what I mean?
Oh, Minecraft is like, really fun for some people though.
I think it's the best game. That's what I'm saying. Like when I play Skyrim, I just go and I'm like, oh, I got to clean my room. My room's a fucking mess. All my items are out of order.
You live your life.
Gotta sort my gems for my soul gems. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is like, if there's like an AI video, you think you would get sucked into an AI video game? I think that's the real threat to teenagers.
Yeah. Well, no, teenagers have like a whole bunch of shit to worry about. Like, yeah, I don't really game like that. I don't know about new games, like an AI game. Like, I don't even know.
Like a simulation where you're
like you plug in.
I think that's kind of the argument about that this guy makes is like we're living a simulation.
Yeah.
But part of it, I guess, is, you know, the body has its perception and then there's the consciousness that has its other perception. So the body's like going along, planning tasks, got to do this later, got to do that later. And then you have, you know, your inner self, you know what I mean? That's kind of like in there too, you know.
What's he doing?
It's just being like insecure. I don't do that.
I should kill myself.
AI should have killed myself.
I should talk to that Khaleesi robot. She'll have something to say about this.
Just masturbate again.
That's what the guy's doing. This
guy's
like, you should jerk off.
I think that's the body just being like, dude, do it again. You know,
it's important.
Take my grandpa's picture, turn it down, you know, go to town.
Actually, that's when my grandpa's picture goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You guys ready for our next segment?
Let's hit it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Perfect
Let's
timing.
Go.
Real big time history.
Talking about AI
What a sight.
simulations.
Digging up the past, setting records right. Not what you learned in school. No, sorry. It's real big time history.
All right, let that run a little long. These go on for like 2 minutes, by the way. They're great.
I like it.
I'll send you all of these.
Please.
They're good.
All right. So welcome to Real Big Time History,
Big time history.
where we talk about history that you think you know, but you actually don't fucking know shit.
All right.
All right. So everybody thinks they know the story of the Boston Tea Party, right? Jake
yeah.
Lipinsky, what can you tell me about the Boston Tea Party?
A bunch of Bostonians mad at the British, dressed up as Native Americans, dumped tea into the harbor because tea was being taxed.
That is the story that we all know.
Fuck, man.
Here is the real story.
Let's get it.
It's 1773. The British East India Company is drowning in tea. They have warehouses full of the stuff rotting away, and Parliament decides to step in. They pass the Tea Act, which actually lowers the tax on British tea. Now, the average tea-drinking colonials, this sounds great. Cheaper tea. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that there's a whole network of smugglers who have been making a killing illegally importing Dutch tea to avoid British taxes altogether.
Chill.
And these weren't just some small-time criminals. These were some of the biggest names in American Revolution. Guys like John Hancock and
I know
Samuel
that guy.
Adams. Two guys you should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty big.
They weren't fighting for freedom. They were fighting for their business.
They were the plug.
Before the Tea Act, they had a monopoly on cheap tea. But now, with British tea undercutting them, their whole black market empire was at risk. So what do? Try to compete fairly? Nope. They do what any upstanding businessman would do, organize a violent, highly coordinated destruction of their competitor's product. On December 16, 1773, a group of about 60 Sons of Liberty, many of them directly tied to Hancock's smuggling ring.
Brad Boys.
Antifa actors, all right.
Put on blackface.
I like to go out there first, January 6th.
They boarded 3 ships in the Boston Harbor. They dressed as Mohawk warriors, not because they actually thought they were fooling one, but because brownface was actually pretty chill at the time.
Not woke. Not woke.
They worked in complete silence, no shouting, no drunken chaos. This was a job. They locked the ship's crew below deck, methodically smashed over 342 chests of tea, about 92,000 pounds worth. So what happens next? Well, the British are understandably pissed off. They hit back with the coercive acts, shutting down Boston's port and basically strangling the city economically. So yeah, the Boston Tea Party wasn't some noble act of defiance against tyranny. It was a strategic move by what was essentially known as an organized crime syndicate protecting its turf.
Makes sense.
And that's the real story of the Boston Tea Party, ladies and gentlemen.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's not what you learned.
No,
Is
not
it?
exactly. But it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
And to get an inside perspective, we actually have a very special guest here tonight. We have John Adams' lesser-known brother, Terry Adams, who will give us his personal account of what went down that night. Terry, welcome to the program.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, Terry?
You know, we just wanted to clear the air because, you know, a lot of us have been taught in school what happened, and now it's coming out that maybe there was some organized crime involved. Do you have anything to say to these allegations?
Yeah, I can fill you guys in a little bit. Also, love the show. Long time listener, first time caller. Really just honored to be here. So just to fill you guys in a little bit. So it's interesting. I only learned about the organized crime facet of it after the fact. I was actually roped in from my brothers, as you know. They know that I just hate tea.
Fair, yeah. So you were there just to destroy tea. You had no idea what the motives were or anything like that.
More of a coffee guy. More
That's
of a chai
correct.
guy.
Oh, no, I hate coffee too. So I got angina. I got a heart condition, and caffeine it drives my blood pressure through the roof.
Wait, is caffeine bad for heart conditions?
Well, I mean, my doctor tells me. I don't know. It's the fucking 1700s, man. We're just trying our best with medicine out here. So
facts. You're right.
I just do what he tells me. And so he tells me tea's not good for me. I see a bunch of crates of tea. I'm going to throw them into the harbor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Who came up with the idea to dress as natives?
So that was actually all Sam. He was really excited by the idea. Now, I tried to tell him that, you know, headdresses and all that stuff, it's actually not appropriate. That's more of a, you know, the Shoshone tribe, they have that on the Midwest, but the Northeastern tribes, they got a different whole head. So it's just, it didn't even make sense geographically.
Oh, it wasn't even the right type of Native American you were saying.
So there's the Shoshone, which is you know, those are the more traditional headdresses. That's what these guys were wearing. These schlubs who were on the boats. I was just shaking my head the whole time.
It's like the perfect crime, actually.
Yeah, that's the real crime. I thought, you know, it's
the brown face.
I mean, it's just not. It's not.
Did you guys like paint up, or did you just wear the hats, or did you also put on some like brown paint?
I didn't participate in any of it, but yeah, some guys. I want to make that clear. I don't know, you know, when this is going out.
Just like a leather vest, maybe.
Yeah. There's some, you know, different guys had their versions of fun with it, which, you know, I could take a leave personally. But yeah, then I learned after the fact that, you know, most of the guys up there were just trying to, you know, get the prices back to where they wanted them. And I was, you know, I was okay being associated with that part of it. I mean, I don't really give a shit. I was just happy to be part of something. Most of the time, Sam and John don't even invite me to things. So
That's
it was
actually
nice to just be included.
That was one of the next questions. You know, your brothers are known throughout history, and you are a little bit lesser known. I was just wondering if there's any sort of sour feeling towards your brothers, or any type of intention there.
No, you know, they're good guys. I can't be too mad at them. You know, I was the third kid. Actually, they're second cousins, by the way. Not sure you guys knew that, but we are all. I'm brothers with the two of them. Don't ask about the family tree.
So they're cousins, but you're brothers with both of them.
Correct.
Okay. Good to know. Just making sure I have that.
Yeah, I'd have to get a whole fucking diagram out of to show you how that works. But anyway. No, it's fine. I mean, I kind of missed the boat with the whole, you know, I was actually a loyalist up until the end.
Yeah? So
yeah.
You participated in the Tea Party, but you were for the British, huh?
A little peer pressure.
If things had gone the other way, maybe people would have known my name.
Yeah, we were drinking Terry Adams ale.
Some dumb fuck. I chose the wrong side, so you know, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, Terry Adams. What are you up to now these days?
Oh, you know, I just kind of hang out by the harbor because that was the best days of my life. Just kind of waiting for my next big break.
Just lobster fishing.
Yeah, you know, I don't really go out on the boats because they make me queasy. So I mainly just kind of hang around at the shore and just see what washes up. And I take that to restaurants. They usually don't take it, but you know, I occasionally get some customers.
Have you considered
I'm going to be honest, it's tough right now, guys. I don't know if I get any commission from doing this, but
on rotten clams.
I mean, we can definitely people do GoFundMes. You know what I mean? We got Terry Adams, one of the founding brothers. You know,
Cousins.
Not a father,
not a father,
founding cuz, if you will,
founding step cousin, founding step brother.
Founding
I was
uncle.
there. I was there.
You were there, yeah. So the whole revolution thing hadn't panned out. Where do you think you'd be sitting at now?
Oh man. Honestly, you know, I like I said, I was fond of the British Empire. I don't know. I could have seen myself honestly moving back to London, being a chimney sweep.
Yeah,
they seem so whimsical and so fun, and I just kind of want to live that life. But you know, I never got enough. You know, I don't have enough to take a boat out to, you know, fucking England right now, so I'm just kind of stuck at the harbor waiting to see if I can maybe be a stowaway.
Well, you know, we'll get that GoFundMe set up, and hopefully we can get you some money your way, Terry.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what you want to title it. I mean, I'll probably use it to go be a chimney sweep, but I also have a heart condition, like I said. Those days are piling up.
That is right. It must be tough being a chimney sweep with angina.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, you know, but you suffer for the art, you know.
To you, it's an art.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, you kidding me? I mean, they're all singing all the time. It's fucking, like I said, it's fucking whimsical, man.
Yeah. Have you considered dumping any type of other liquids into the harbor, or are there any other type of things that if something came in, you know, you'd be all over it?
Dude, you give me a box, I'll throw it into the harbor. I don't even care what the fuck's in it.
If I had some like illegal contraband, could I give that to you and you maybe throw it in the harbor?
I mean, I don't got much else going on right now. If you give me like $1.50, I'll do it.
All right, guys.
You know, most liquids, I'm told by my doctor, will kill me, so I'll do it.
Terry will do anything for $1.50. Go down to the Boston Harbor, look around for Terry. Terry, how can the people find you?
I'll be wearing a tricorn hat.
Tricorn?
Yeah. Just that was a hand-me-down from my brothers.
Okay.
And I'll be with swim trunks, a cute little scuba mask. And I'll be shirtless. I have a tattoo of, it's just a gun, just a big ass gun on my chest.
Is this like a musket, or is it a more recent type of
blunderbuss?
Blunderbuss. Of course.
Yeah.
Good gun.
My
Underrated
brothers
gun.
did it on me while I was asleep. It was so funny.
Your brother, cousin.
I love those bastards. Oh, fuck.
Oh man. Well, Terry, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate your insight and perspective.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank
This was
you.
a pleasure. Best of luck with everything.
Sounds great. Thank you, Terry. That was Terry Adams, brother of John Adams.
What a delight.
I know.
Dude.
You know,
what a treat that guy is.
You meet these people when you're out traveling. And
I didn't really make the connection until, you know, you hear his dirty Boston accent. And you realize, well, of course John Adams and his brothers were disgusting drug. It's like The Departed, basically.
It is The Departed.
That tradition probably goes, it's like Gangs of New York just goes back. They've just always been like that. If you're from Boston, you're just a slimy.
You're getting into fucking greaseball shit.
Yeah, greasy, dude. Although, by the way, I went to Boston the past few months, like as a vacation.
Yeah.
Beautiful
nice city.
Yeah, a good time.
Did you go to the Oyster House?
I went to I got lobster. I went to a horrible Italian restaurant, but I did get amazing lobster and clam chowder. And I got drunk as hell, actually, too, which was pretty sick.
Oh, that's sick.
I touched the booth that John F. Kennedy used to sit at. I sniffed the seat.
I could still smell it.
I ordered like a Jameson on the rocks, and he poured it until it was just overflowing out of the cup and just was getting browner and browner. It was the best drink I ever had in my life, dude.
Nice.
Got shit hammered.
What else did you do in Boston? Did you do any comedy down there?
No, it was a little vacation.
Okay.
You know, actually, you know, it was funny. I swear to God, we walked past an open mic at a fucking like a Chili's. I was saying,
nice.
It wasn't a Chili's. It might have been like something along
An
those
off-brand Chili's.
You know, like maybe like a Shake Shack or something. And like we were like having like a beautiful date, and I was like, babe, should we?
Should I
grab a set real quick? Tell them I'm from out of town. And they're like, no, we're having a good time.
Have you ever done that?
What?
Do sets when you're traveling?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's fun.
It was a blast. Probably the best thing ever. I was also shit hammered too because
then you should have went up.
You would have killed it, dude.
It was just the night. It was the night of the election as well.
That's a good night to do comedy.
I'm not even joking. That's like my new tradition. It's my girlfriend's birthday. It's on the 5th, so we're like, let's just go on a vacation. Like we do a vacation on her birthday, but anytime there's an election, I'm going on vacation, getting hammered that night. So everyone else was upset, and I was just shit hammered, dude. I was so drunk.
That's the election. Jules was out of town because like we both thought like be good news, and then it wasn't. And I was just drunk by myself.
Yeah, by yourself. No, you got to get drunk with someone
people.
else. Yeah.
Drunk by yourself is not usually ever a good idea.
You want to get drunk at the Quincy Market in Boston. You want to get drunk right
Gary,
there,
dude.
And also, all the bars have clam chowder too. It was good.
Yeah, I would have diarrhea, definitely.
Oh yeah. Diarrhea was plentiful that day.
You know what's interesting? I think I'm a bigger fan of New York clam chowder. That's the
red stuff.
The red stuff, yeah.
Well, because I'm dairy. I'm dairy as well.
That's what it is.
The better stuff.
Yeah.
No, I
make
do
my
New
ass
England.
explode.
I do it every time, and I have horrible diarrhea. But
It's worth it.
Always worth it.
It's how our forefathers intended.
Yeah, dude.
You know what kind of pissed me off at the clam chowder shack, if I'm going to be honest? The guy, we were so drunk, the guy was like, maybe you guys should calm down a little bit. We were like, we will not calm down. This is not your fucking place. All right, we're going to go have fun. We were trying to be like, where do you guys go have fun? He was like, maybe you guys need a water. We're like, no. That's why we're getting the chowder, you fucking piece of shit. Beautiful city, though. Good city. They're all criminals.
Yeah.
Good or bad
Irish
bartenders.
criminals.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah. In the next segment?
Yeah, Jake, you're a big time movie buff guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Big time movie buff. We got a little segment called Real Big Time Hollywood.
Hey. Tinseltown.
Camera, what's the scoop? Real
What else do they
big
call
time
Hollywood?
Hollywood's
Tinseltown.
in the loop.
They call it something else, too.
Movie stars, the hits
City
and
of
flops.
Sins.
From
No,
the
that's
silver screen
Come, that's
to
it.
the popcorn
Pedophile
shop.
City or
Pedophile City. City of Ashes.
Big time Hollywood. Real big time Hollywood.
I can't keep a beat. I just realized that yesterday. I don't have any rhythm. I don't have a beat. Big time Hollywood, baby.
Yeah. Jake Hollywood Lipinski. What do you think about movies?
What do I think about movies?
Yeah, you got the silver screen, you know.
Silver screen. I mean, you want to know what I watched today?
Oh yeah, tell me what you watched. You watched some movies today?
Yeah, I did a few Letterboxd in the past like 3 days.
Yeah,
Past 3 days, I watched 3 movies. 2 of them are repeats, 1 first time. All right.
Okay.
Got the, maybe should I go in reverse order or in regular order?
Whatever your little heart desires.
Okay. Before I got here, I was watching The Big Lebowski.
Okay. Which you've seen.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yes,
Seen that one
okay.
before. Yeah. Was just in a bad mood and I wanted to be in a silly mood. And
Is this like a multiple, like you've seen this multiple times?
Yeah. Good amount of times, dude. Man, in that movie. VHS. Got it on VHS.
Yeah.
You know, Jakey's a tape boy. You know what I mean? I'm a tape head. That's what they call us. We're tape heads, dude. About 2-3 years ago, I got into
Who's
people on Reddit. I don't know who's saying that.
who's calling the tape?
But I meet these guys everywhere.
Yeah.
I meet them all the time.
I
We're
can see that
plentiful.
being
Actually, my favorite bar fucking is the 2 Street Brew House over on it's like 2nd and Morris. They just no lights, one VHS TV and a wall of VHS tapes, and they're just playing a movie constantly, dude. It's the fucking ADD bar, dude. I just could talk to my girlfriend. I could just watch fucking old movies. It's amazing, dude. But I moved. I was already a tape head, but before I got there, so I watched Big Lebowski earlier. Just a hilarious movie, man. Subtly hilarious. It's not like I feel like it's not laugh out loud hilarious on your first watch through. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Not laugh out, but like on a second or third watch through, like I'm just giggling. My girlfriend's just on her phone. You know what I mean?
Not appreciating it.
It's a great movie. Paused it, came here.
So it's still on.
Yeah.
You got the rest of the movie to.
Yeah, just VHS. You can just fucking pause that
Insane.
shit. You know,
They have the tech.
Wait, you can do that in VHS?
Yep.
DVDs, you just have to throw them out.
My DVD player is broken right now. I have way more DVDs than VHSs.
You should get a little DVD VHS combo.
All right, that's what I have. But that's
DVD
literally what I
side
have.
broke?
The DVD side is a little skippy.
Interesting.
Also, I don't have a remote, so I can't fucking change the fucking the settings on the fucking thing, and it makes it all small.
Do you have the thing that like you put it in and it like rewinds everything?
Oh, just a rewinder?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's obsolete technology. Brandon. Nobody needs that.
Some of those were cool though because they would
I do
rewind
remember
it
those.
faster than
Was that why you'd get it?
Yeah.
My uncle had one that was in the shape of a Ferrari, and it would do that shit so fast.
I feel like you guys grew up with these things too.
Yeah.
Like,
VHS, yeah.
I just like it. I just like it for a couple of reasons.
You like the sound that it makes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, the sound feels better than like streaming and shit to me. Like the way they do sound on streaming is better. Also, you get to watch the trailers beforehand. Like you can't. Just like 4 or 5.
Coming soon to home video
to a
cassette.
theater near you, or video, DVD or video cassette.
Yeah.
You know, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
They used to
The
give it, like
sounds.
they used to do all those like promotions too with VHS where like you could win stuff.
Oh, if I get a tape and it has the fucking coupons in there, I keep the coupons. You know?
Send them in.
Going up, dude. I love VHS and I love DVDs.
You love physical media.
Yeah, I think I'm just like a psycho. It just reminds me of my childhood. I think it's better. Oh, you know what else I think is better? It makes fucking like special effects better.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because like, you know, if you watch like Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man, like it's not the best, but if you watch it on like VHS, it's all kind of blurry.
Right.
And it looks significantly more believable.
Yeah.
Versus I feel like as a kid, I was way less discerning because shit on VHS just looks way better.
I wonder if there is like a premium VHS experience. Do you know what I mean? Like like a VHS player and TV that would be like the pinnacle of VHS.
Oh yeah, you get like pixels and what have you. Yeah,
just like the best possible viewing experience. I know there was did like VHS HD tapes for like a hot tiny little second.
Small minute there,
But
you know what's my goal in life? And this is my goal in life. Of I want to make this would be like some high level shit. Start taking some DVDs, putting them on the computer, somehow burning them onto a VHS, making VHSs of modern movies, dude. So I could take good looking stuff,
make it worse,
make it bad,
make it just
for
a
me,
little bit worse,
so I could hear the sounds of my childhood. So so I started at the end. I'm going to go back to the beginning, and then I'm going to go like work back to the middle. All right, like that. So then, fucking Seamus Millar. Philadelphia comedian Seamus Millar. We follow each other on Letterboxd. My Letterboxd is SwagBlaze420 on Letterboxd. All right, I rate everything 4 stars, no matter what. I rate everything 4
Everything's
fucking
4 stars?
Everything 4 fucking stars. All right.
No 5 stars.
Why did
I've given a few 5 stars, but everything's 4 fucking stars. That's the rule. That's
How
the
many
rule.
stars can you not give?
So 1 to 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I do 4 for everything.
Why do you do 4 for everything?
That's just the rule. That's
What's them's is the rule.
That's the rule. That's the rule.
Okay, all right.
What's gotten 5?
I think maybe Godfather 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that maybe that
I
one
haven't seen that.
rips. Fucking rips, dude.
All right, so Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski. Oh, so Seamus Millar. So he knows I'm a fucking tape head.
Mm-hmm.
Little boy got me a fucking present, I guess for Christmas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He got me Digimon the movie on VHS, dude. Gave it to me on Thursday night, dude. He's like, he's like, where are you going to be later, dude? And I fucking walked into the Lemaire show at Helium and he gave me a fucking VHS of the Digimon. Dude, everybody thought I was bringing it to fucking Lemaire, dude. I was like, look what I got, dude. Everyone in the crowd's like, whoa, look at that. Just the autism was out of control. They're like, is the Digimon in the room?
You watched that today?
I watched that. So I also, in my fucking editing setup, so it's like I'd have 2 computers like that, but then that one's a VHS TV.
Okay.
Right? So I put in VHSs while I edit
stuff.
So while I was editing Sixers, I had fucking Digimon the movie playing. Digimon the movie from the year 2000s is a fucking gem. That movie is incredible. Have you seen it?
No. James was actually texting me about Digimon, and I just
he's on a Digimon kick right now.
I remember Digimon being like the story was a little more mature. Yeah.
It got darker over time, dude. Well, Seamus is going through like some sort of midlife crisis where he bought every Digimon movie on Blu-ray, and then because he knows I like VHSs, he saw it on there for like $10, and he just bought it for me because he's a good guy.
Good, it's a great movie.
Also, all VHS. That's what I like about VHSs. They're worthless, so I could like just
some of them aren't though, right?
Some of them are a little bit more expensive. Like there's like a few rare ones, but for the most part, they were mass produced and worthless pieces of garbage. So like a thing like that, I would want like Digimon the movie. $10.
Yeah.
I just don't buy them online. I go to thrift stores. I try to get my treasures.
You're into the
there.
hunt.
That makes sense.
The hunt. Yes, George Mills. Yes.
You've been to fucking Thunderbird?
Yeah, over there. Yeah, I got some good shit from
cool.
there. That's where I found Fantastic Four 2 on DVD. That was a hunt for me. I was looking for that one.
On DVD?
Rise of the Silver Surfer? Yeah, I needed that one, dude.
What a pile of shit.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. But oh my God, though, that movie, you know what's good about the old Fantastic Four is it was all like just like sex jokes. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
It's just like Mr. Fantastic, like, oh, I can make your dick bigger.
Can he make his dick bigger?
She's like invisible, but she's got no clothes. She's like, oh, it was like a horny movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Human Torch burned off all his clothes. Just like, oh, show covering his cock. You know what I mean?
Chris
That was
Evans
like-
naked.
Yeah, it was a horny movie, dude. It ruled. Had that on PSP. That's the new thing I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go get all my movies on
UMDs?
PSP, dude. Yes.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Woo!
Very cool.
I still have it in perfect condition.
Your
by the way.
PSP?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Good device.
I had the original PSP and then
ruined it with porn. I know.
No. No, dude, it was
Classic story.
I kept it in plastic. No, my mom had like some lady come over and clean the house and then she stole it.
Oh.
And this was like years after the fact. This was like maybe like 5 years ago.
That was the number one. Wait, do you have like a different Mexican person in the house?
My mom?
Yeah. Where your mom had somebody over?
Yeah, she had another Mexican lady come over because they're cheaper. Yeah.
That's sick, dude. She's like, I gotta get my money's worth. And she stole the PSP.
Oh, you know what? No, it was a fucking white lady.
Oh, for real?
It wasn't. It even wasn't. You know what? It wouldn't have-
Bulgarian?
Yeah, it was some fucking white trash lady who my mom knew because my mom used to manage McDonald's, and she knew this lady, fucking Jen. Jen, where's my motherfucking PSP? It had a special cover on it from the Metal Gear game. That shit's rare.
Those things were really cool.
They're
dude.
pretty cool. Yeah, but I do remember watching porn on those.
I see. That was the thing.
Porn
Everyone
PSP
would go, do you remember getting all the porn on it? I'm like, fucking no. What? I guess you could download porn on it.
You weren't doing the porn.
No, I was a real gamer. I would just
you were stay gaming,
I
bro.
was just playing what was that one game? Fuck! The clown and the cars. Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal, dude. Twisted Metal. That was a good
That's a
game.
good prop for our guests, I think.
I love this.
I was telling Brendan this, like that way the guests feel safe.
Yeah. I also keep weapons in my podcast too.
Yeah.
You know, John Bryce has a joke about how the problem with like men in our generation is that we all should have died in like a war, basically.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when there were a lot of men, they would go die in a war. I have like a Greek sword in my basement, and I was just like swinging it around today, and I'm like, fucking, this is me, dude. I should have died in a war.
I should have died in a war. My life would be so much
You
better
don't
if I
die
died
in a war. Live to die in a war. Or live to make sketch comedy.
What
Something
are you
like
talking
that.
about,
Yeah.
dude?
If all those guys didn't die in World War I and II, they would have got on YouTube and TikTok stars. Clout chasing demons.
What was the other movie that you watched?
Oh, and then the movie in the middle. Never seen it before. Watched Flintstones, the movie, the 1994 live action.
That's good.
Both of them have John Goodman in it. I was like, wow, 2 John Goodmans in a row. Because I went Digimon.
Digimon has John Goodman?
No.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
Flintstones and Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Flintstones and Big Lebowski. John Goodman. What a gem.
Oh, yeah.
What a gem. That guy's so good.
So good.
Specifically in Big Lebowski, but also, I mean, in Flintstones, this is my letterbox review of the Flintstones movie.
4 stars.
4 stars. Everybody's arms look fucking incredible.
Yeah, they're
because
jacked.
they're all sleeveless. You could tell they were making him like fucking pump some weights. Everyone had great fucking meaty arms in that movie.
Which also makes sense from like a story standpoint because everything is manual.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, this is just my opinion of like movies from like the early, like it just all looks better than nowadays. Because they just made a bunch of goofy rock props.
Right.
And
They did like a whole town. They made like a whole
gigantic fake
It's all
town.
practical. It's
Practical. It looks
complex.
silly and
Yeah.
looks so funny, dude.
all the like appliance animals.
Yeah. And they're
Remember
all puppets and
the
shit.
fucking pig that was the disposal.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
They did constant bits with an orangutan.
Yeah.
Like he works with an orangutan who's like beating him at work. Just so funny, dude. Amazing. They all had big fucking pencils. Really good movie.
If I do,
Fell asleep during it, but was enjoying it a lot.
the plot of that movie is that Fred gets a promotion,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Because him and Barney switch
Switch-
tests.
Switch tests.
Yeah.
And then he gives Barney a bunch of money so he can adopt a kid.
Yeah.
And that causes strife.
Bam, bam. Bam,
Bam,
bam.
bam.
And also, Rosie O'Donnell is in it.
Yeah.
She plays the neighbor. She plays Barney's wife.
Is that Betty?
Yeah, Betty.
Rubble.
Yeah, I guess Betty. And then the lady from Weeds plays
Wilma.
Wilma. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Rick Moranis is Barney.
That's right. Rick Moranis.
That's a good movie.
Halle Berry's in that.
Halle Berry just plays like a fucking
The most
sexy-
sexual fucking character in a children's movie ever.
Yeah. There's like so many porn jokes in that movie that that was the good thing about the 90s.
You could sneak in a porn joke and no one cared.
It was called slipping it in for adults.
Yeah,
Only the adults would notice.
Slipping it in for adults. Yikes.
And Halle Berry was great in that movie. Very attractive. Yeah. Very good movie, dude.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about because you said it on your I listened to your podcast.
The Batman one?
I was and I was listening to
You know what's funny? Sean O'Shaughnessy brought this up too. About how you have opinions about the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call it babies. It's for,
Penguin's it's the Godfather for babies. Watch The Godfather 2, George Mills, and get back to me, all right?
I mean, well, the thing I recently watched The Sopranos for the first time.
Yeah,
and then I watched The Penguin.
Okay, yeah.
And I liked them both.
This is what I said during my podcast. I'll say it to like, this is why it's for babies. It's just simple. It's just got to, I fell asleep during it, woke up
And you
episodes
still
later.
knew what was happening.
Knew exactly. I was like, oh,
I guess there's not that much depth to it.
It was fun to see Colin Farrell play a fucking fake Italian penguin, dude.
He's
But
good.
Next time,
The makeup's good.
Next time, be a real penguin.
Yeah. Also,
seriously.
grow wings. Get some
dude,
feathers.
Where's
Danny
your
DeVito.
army of penguins? The Danny DeVito one, he has an army
He
of
does, he
brainwashed
does.
penguins.
Yeah.
I found it hard to believe that no one in the universe talked about Batman, not even once until the end.
Once. Yeah.
Or they didn't talk about it, but they saw the
That's
bat
my
signal.
big problem with all these spin-off movies. I'm like, give me a little... Because if they put Batman in it, like, even 10%, you would have been like, that's the best show ever.
Or even just like they're talking to like, oh, we gotta be careful because the bat's around. They literally don't ever talk about it.
Oh, we got to change it. We got to do some magic mushrooms. I'm dealing magic mushrooms. Are you talking about cold-blooded Moiduh?
Moiduh?
Talking about doing
Moiduh in the first degree. Colin Farrell's a fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate this show.
Apparently, his fat suit was so hot that they had to have like a walk-in fridge for him to go inside.
Now put that in the fucking show. I want to see him get cold.
Yeah, that's true. That's fucking true, dude.
In the fucking Danny DeVito one, he was raised at the zoo by penguins at the zoo, and he lived in.
This is like a real grave. pretty real. This is if the penguin was real.
At the end, when the city betrayed him, he ran away and went, wah, and then jumped in the river, wah, and swam through the icy river. That's what I want to see out of a penguin show. And then, like, also, spoilers. Oh, we're in spoiler territory. Wah, wah, we're in spoiler territory. Like, so he, like, the twist is that he, like, killed his brothers. Because they're totally unbelievable in my opinion.
Because mom, you love them more.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're a fat fuck, Tony, and he's like, yeah, man, he drowns his brothers.
Also, he wants
like,
he
oh
wants
my
to have
God.
sex with his mom.
Oh yeah,
like
that was his thing.
That's the thing.
Show more of that.
Show that.
Show Batman. Show him having fucking his mom. What was his name in the show?
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oswald.
I mean, his name is Oswald, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Oswald, but Oswald, you're a fat fucking loser. You're a penguin.
Oswald. That's more like Mrs. Big Head.
I did. That's what I'm saying. The only good actors in the show were Christina Milioti and Colin Farrell.
She was
good. The kid actor.
He was kind of bad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not buying that you're drowning your brothers because they made fun of you. That's just how I feel. You know. Sorry.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If you like the penguins,
this is like my
Jake
third
Lipinsky
podcast in a row where I keep ranting about the same thing. Is that true? Yeah.
Do you guys, what's another movie hot take? You got any other movie hot takes? What's a movie you like that you don't like that everyone loves?
Well, I guess, what was going through my head. We were just talking about Boston. We were talking about
The Departed.
The Departed, right?
Yeah.
The people hate. I'll talk about The Departed and Gangs of New York. You know, these are two like divisive movies. I like The Departed, but
people don't like The Departed.
I get why people think it's bad.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like fucking what's his name? It's supposed to be about like a Boston mobster.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
What's his name? Whitey
Bulger. It's,
Whitey Bulger.
And what's the guy? Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not doing a Boston accent. One really is like smart. Martin Scorsese. He's like, I know you're good at what you do, but I'm not doing a Boston accent. He's like, they're like, okay, no Boston. Everyone, like Leo did a Boston. Everyone did an accent, and he's like, I'm not doing that. And also they're like, all right, here's the script. You want to read it? He's like, no. I want to hear he has the earpiece. He's like, every time I say a line, I want it to be the first time I hear it.
What?
Every time he has the earpiece. He's like, I'm not reading it beforehand. I want to hear it for the first time and then make it up as I go. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's how you know you made it.
So they're like, okay, Jack, okay.
They're from Delco.
And he's also not reading it and simultaneously like rewriting it. Like the day they go to shoot it, he's like, I rewrote the script.
But in spite of all this, you still think it's a good movie.
Yeah. It's just a fun watch.
Movie,
it's a good watch.
Yeah.
Now, Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
That's a movie people like to suck that movie's dick. That movie fucking sucks, cock.
Shit movie.
Dude, it's like, do you like it?
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like, but people
it's too
like
long.
It's ridiculously long.
Yeah,
That's one of its many flaws.
Long.
But it's just like ridiculous and corny. I don't know. It's just goofy. I don't buy it. Like the whole movie is just like everyone goes like, that's a fucking good movie. You watch it. It's just silly as fuck, dude. Daniel Day-Lewis is just being a goofball. Just being a damn goofball. The whole they let him Jim Carrey out. They're like, yeah, just do.
Classic.
Are you
comedic.
angry because the butcher looks like you?
Yeah, actually, no. I will say I did model my mustache after the butcher. The butcher has a great mustache. I'm not complaining about that.
You should do the fake glass eye with American Eagle. Bald eagle on it. That'd be cool. Make it spin during comedy shows. Dude.
That's Nikola Tesla. I was like, that could be Daniel Day, right? The whole movie is Daniel Day just fucking wigging out. But I'm like, this movie's stupid. I just watch it and it's stupid. Well, and here's my big problem too. Kind of starts off, boy movie complaint. Boy movie complaint right here. The movie starts off with like a sick fight scene where they're all like dressed up in goofy costumes and they hack each other to bits with like axes and swords. And then none of that happens for the entire rest of the movie. And then it builds up to this big fight at the end. And you're like, all right, can I see Leo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis like have a sword fight or something? Can they like knife fight each other? And he goes full anime style running through running through the smoke. Like, do you know the cut in scenes right now? Okay. Like fucking Billy the Butcher runs through the smoke.
Holding the axes
It's
behind
the
his back,
worst shot action scene of all time. It's like 2 minutes long.
Well, then like the fucking Civil War riots start, right? And then like they don't really finish the fight. Isn't that what happens?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the cannons start blowing the fucking.
Just a wet fart of a fight.
Yeah.
And like the whole movie, you're like, okay, I want to see like a cool thing happen, but they went full like season 1 Naruto fight scene. That was literally what, like, watch it again. It's Leo's like in the smoke. He's like looking around. and Benny the Butcher. Benny is running through the smoke with his hands behind his arm. You know what I mean? And slicing him from behind.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Ridiculous choice.
And he's like looking around
For
he's
gangs
like,
of New York, yeah. They're all wearing striped shirts. That movie is ridiculous.
It is.
We're
an
the Dead Rabbits. We're from the Dead Rabbit Society.
And then the end scene, it like pans out. They're like, this is New York City. I'm like, come on. You fucking loser.
A shitty, unbreakable
I didn't realize this 3-hour fucking shit show ends with just,
it really was a gang of New York. So all in all, Gangs of New York?
Yeah, like 4 out of 5 stars. Like definitely watch it. I like enjoy it immensely. Like I love that movie. It's really good to watch. Have it on DVD. It's good. Scorsese is really good at making movies.
Is there any other big Hollywood takes?
I don't know, dude.
No? Yeah.
You're like, can I just look at maybe the last thing I reviewed on Letterboxd? Swag Blaze 420
what did you
on
think?
Letterboxd.
Seamus liked the Joker, Folie à Deux.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, I couldn't pay attention.
Yeah, no, I
Didn't watch it. Didn't watch it.
I didn't like any of the songs.
Oh, this is the one. I did a bit about it for like a week or two. I watched The Whale for the first time.
Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's just, well, I will say, this is actually my genuine review because I did like bits about it on stage.
Did you bootleg it onto VHS before you watched it?
No, I'm going to. I'm going to
make him real fat.
It's going to take 2 VHSs. It's like Casino or Braveheart. But dude, like I was like similar to the Penguin. The only good actor in that movie is Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Everyone else in that movie is fucking horrible. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Dude, the daughter in that, she's like, Dad, you're such a fucking fat fucking loser. Honestly, Dad, you should fucking kill yourself because you're so fucking fat.
Oh shit! Maybe she was listening to an AI chat.
It was so bad. But Brendan Fraser, like, yeah, you're like, every time you see him in the 2 fat suit movies, right?
Yeah, wow.
And you're like, also, like, this is what the real review. Watch that movie. Like, you know how you know it's good? It left me thinking about it for a few days. I kept thinking about it. And as like a not fat fuck, it kind of gave me it kind of gave me like genuine like Joe Rogan workout inspiration. Like I kind of I watched it on like New Year's. I kind of seized the new year.
I gotta start working out.
No, I was like, no, that's like the kind of the theme of the movie is like, there's no time like the present. You know what I mean? Start that. But I like kind of thought about that movie throughout the week. However, at like the tear jerking scene of this movie, my girlfriend was in tears. She looked over at me, thought I was in tears, convulsing in laughter. Pure laughter, dude. When the whale dies at the end. Because all I was thinking about was my Letterboxd review, and she's crying, and she thought we were like sharing the moment. And I'm like,
oh man. Also,
4 stars. 4 stars. A good laugh.
A good laugh. Well,
what an incredible movie. Yeah.
Speaking of reviews, we got one last segment.
Let's hit it, baby.
Yeah. 1 star, 5 stars, let's break it down. We rate it all, the best in town. Movie snacks and weird tattoos. It's real big time reviews.
Hell yeah, dude. So first review I wanted to do was of the Liberty Bell because we were in Philadelphia.
Let's hit it.
And you know, have you guys ever been to the Liberty Bell?
Once.
Yeah. Oh. That's all you need to do.
Have you seen the midget who guards it?
No.
5 stars. You go on like a Tuesday, like they always have two guards. One of them is a little person. Hey,
Well-
don't touch it.
Honestly,
You could go over his head. You could like.
you can also, it's good because you can look in under the bell. You know what I mean? You don't want someone hiding in there.
check it for dust. I said don't touch that. And you could just like, come on.
Another thing,
They hate that. They hate when you do that.
You can see the bell from outside.
True.
Yeah.
You
Also
don't need
true.
to go in.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like my favorite thing about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you ever like gone inside the part, it's like it sucks.
Yeah.
Like you go through, it's just boring. People are like pretending to read
Yeah.
that shit.
Usually.
Yeah.
I've actually never read a plaque at a museum or zoo.
I've been there and I
I
still don't know what the significance of the bell is.
It's
It was,
because I did a little bit of
Get
research.
that on the next history segment, maybe.
Yeah.
The lies
It's
of
just
the Liberty
a
Bell.
dumb fucking bell.
It's a
It's like
stupid
kind of
bell.
a racist bell, honestly.
Well, and out front, you have to see like the slave quarters of like George Washington. You go, eek. Then you go and you're like, all right, well, this isn't as fun now.
This isn't as cool as the bell.
That is the bro. You could just go see the slave quarters for free.
Yeah, well, it is funny the idea of them being like, "Hey, that's the Liberty Bell," and the slave's like, "Yeah, I don't think so."
Cool. That's
Really?
pretty cool. You guys have a whole bell for it, huh? Fucking crazy white people.
How did it break again?
I think, they were
rung
messing
it the
around.
first time.
They rung it.
They just rung it, dude.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Our symbol of freedom is some shit bell? A bell that was constructed poorly?
Yeah, very poorly.
And then what? And then what?
And I
then
can't
they-
even fucking touch it.
And you can't
Let me touch it.
Because they'll get mad.
Yeah,
they do.
They'll get
upset.
mad.
They get very. Yeah, you can't touch it. That's
If you
one
go
of the
on
things that
Tuesdays,
sucks.
you could get past the guard, but
On Tuesday, you can touch it. You're not allowed to touch it, but you can. You can. Imagine if there was a terrorist attack on the Liberty Bell.
That's what I mean. They search you. They search your
Yeah.
bags. Like it's very intense.
I'm going to plant a C4 on the Liberty Bell. Imagine that sound, though. Boom. Let freedom ring.
It is probably the most worthless thing to do a terrorist attack in Philly on, though.
I do love though it being in Philly, being in that area, just thinking about people who are here like in middle school as like a tour, and they're like, "Oh, what? This is this?" And you're like, "No, there's a whole other city here." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, go, like there's always middle school trips, and it's always kids being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
Yeah.
Also, fun hack for listeners to the podcast. If you go over there on 4th of July, all the museums are free.
Really?
If you're autistic like me and you don't like fireworks, then you can, then you don't like loud
They're
noises.
too loud. They're too
Then
loud.
you could go on a little
golden retriever.
Yeah, you could go to all the museums for free, and there for free. There's some good ones in there. The one above, like the the one, the one that looks like the Avengers headquarters, like past the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Constitution
The
Center?
Constitution Center?
Is that the one?
Yeah.
That one has a cool museum that has like fucking floating holograms, and you could like pick them and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Do you
nice.
just like touch the holograms?
I mean, there's a button. I think there's a button. I do remember like rotating images though. I think I was high on fucking something.
You're not like learning anything. You're just
No.
like, that's fucking cool.
Next 4th of July, why don't you get ripped and go to fucking old
Yeah.
city?
They don't even know when the crack happened.
Yeah.
Also, you got to pay to see fucking Ben Franklin's grave. You have to pay to get into it. 4 stars. I'm gonna give him 4 stars. 4 stars, dude.
Even on the 4th of July?
And you can see it through the fence, and then you get in there, and then you're like,
That's
"Ah,
it.
fuck! I can't
Yeah.
believe I fucking paid him."
yeah. Well, I guess themed. I guess we can give the Liberty Bell 4 rings.
4 rings.
4 rings out of
Out of
5.
5? Are we doing 5? What's the?
I mean,
for if you guys are doing a rating segment, you need to set out the parameters.
that's true. Yeah.
out of 10 or out of 5.
I think 10 is more versatile, but 5 is
It's more.
You can sometimes do half points. Do you ever
that's
do like
true.
a 4.5?
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, let's just do out of 5.
Do it.
Stars, yeah.
Well, I mean, like an honest review, like it's a half. It's a half.
Half star.
It's
I
a
would
half.
never recommend anyone go see the Liberty
No.
Bell.
Like
I would
we
give it a
can-
2.5 stars on 4th of July.
Also, because even like historically, I don't even know why it's significant.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's not like the Boston Tea Party. It's not like everybody knows the
Yeah,
story.
and it wasn't like, oh, they rang this bell when, America was born.
That would be pretty cool. Maybe that's what they
Pretty
did.
cool. Pretty cool.
Sick
That's
if you
what
nailed
happened.
it just now.
Maybe they should just make up significance. You know what I mean? This was the bell that rang when George Washington came for the first time.
That's what I do. I like to go out in front and just tuck in my shirt and just tell people.
Tuck in your shirt.
People just believe anything you say. You have a fucking
Just a bunch of Europeans being like, "Oh yeah, it's nice."
Then a little person just chases me around like Benny Hill. Hey, get out of here. What other reviews? You got a review, George Mills?
No. That we literally just wanted to talk about the history bell, the history bell, the Liberty Bell.
Can I throw in a little review for the review segment?
Yeah.
The Target on the corner of Broad and Washington sucks as a Target. I'm going to give that
Broad
Target
and
like
Washington.
a 1 star.
Okay.
It's not as bad as the Liberty Bell because it's still a Target, but it's basically a CVS. Does not have
because
all,
it's small.
Yeah. Small. It's a CVS sized Target. It doesn't have all the items that a Target does.
Then it shouldn't be called a Target.
It's a Target above like a fucking housing. It's like Haggart in York where I do the show. There was a Target in the basement. But
It's called like a Target Junior or something.
It's a Target Junior, but you go and you're like, where's this? Because you just assume Target has everything. They're like, we don't got that.
Yeah. And it's odd the choice of things that they do have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They have like one aisle for everything. They have one little everything, but fuck that Target. I'm gonna say, yeah.
So 1 star.
One star for the Target on Broad and Washington.
Okay.
I had a negative experience at a restaurant recently.
Okay, let's go.
Jules and I ordered takeout from Izakaya, Japanese
Royal
place.
Izakaya?
It's called Izakaya by Yanaga.
Is it Second and
No,
by
it's
South
on
Street?
Frankfurt here.
Okay.
Yeah. And we got ramen, and I'm allergic to pork, so I can't eat pork. So I looked on the menu. I found chicken ramen. I ordered the chicken ramen. The ramen comes, and it's very obviously pork.
Yeah.
So we call the restaurant. We're like, hey, I think maybe because we were like, hey, we ordered this ramen. And she's like, oh yeah, that has pork in it. I was like, oh, well on Grubhub, it says chicken broth, chicken ramen. And she's like, oh yeah, I don't know why it's like that. Sorry. and that was, she's like, I guess we'll try to get someone to fix it. And then that was it. Like she didn't offer me like a exchange it or whatever. Cause it's like, and it's fine. Cause like Grubhub gave me my money back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, that's the shittiest customer service I ever felt where it was just like, you fucked up. Like I didn't fuck up. You know what I mean?
That's some jakey customer service. I relate to that so hard, dude.
You're just like, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
I had a guy get so mad at me. I was bartending and we have the option to print receipts, but we don't have the printer. Okay. And just like we're like normal people in the modern age, nobody clicks print except one fucking old white guy, dude. And he was pissed. He was like, well, you shouldn't have the print button if you don't have the print thing. And I was like, no, I was literally just like, oh, dude, you're so right.
to be fair, you can't be allergic to not having a receipt.
I was like, dude, you have just like look at your bank statement on your phone. Isn't that how that works? But I was just like, I didn't argue with him. Like, dude, facts. Like, yeah,
it sucks, dude. You know,
I was like, do you want to like talk to the guy or
that's why I vote libertarian, dude.
Not today. Not on this day. No, it's okay.
But yeah, Jake, that is our show.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much for coming. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a blast as always.
You run Friendly Comedy.
Friendly Comedy. We got a show March 1st, I think.
Okay. You guys do shows like what, every couple weeks?
It's like every month. Every Saturday of the month.
And then there's also the Friendly Open Mic on Thursdays.
Every Thursday.
And then you're doing a sketch every month?
Friendly TV, we're doing a bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly sketch? Mm-hmm. Cool. And you can check that on YouTube. Mm-hmm. How can the people reach you? Just on Instagram and stuff?
Yeah, Jake Lipinsky on Instagram, and I also do Jakey's Pod. Right. If you want to see me yell at myself in my car.
It is fun to listen to, but it is.
Hell yeah, dude. Check out Jake Lipinsky's stuff. I'm George Mills, and this is Brendan Burrow, and this has been George and Brendan's Real Big Time Podcast.
Thanks for having me, boys.
It's George and Brendan's Big Time Podcast. Yeah, tell your friends, tell your grandma. It's time for George and Brendan's Real Big Time Podcast.
Real shit, real metal.
Real shit, dude. And I only pissed once.
That's great.